Oh, hey guys.
Hello.
Hey,
So where are you guys going for Christmas?
yeah, I'm going to Hong Kong early to do a protest. My parents want to participate.
Yeah, I'm going to London to see my family. I'm pretty excited because I've never been to Europe before.
And I'm going to New York. I can't wait to go to Times Square and see all the Christmas decorations they have up.
That's cool. I'm probably gonna stay home this year. You know, something really weird happened to me when I was in Los Angeles. This homeless guy attacked me and kind of bruised me.
Oh yeah, hey, are you alright? You kind of look like you're coming down with something.
No, I'm fine. You know, did you hear about that thing that happened on the news recently?
No, what happened?
This guy robbed this...
This just in. A new viral video on YouTube has surfaced after a man in New York City has a seizure on a bus. Specialists are still not sure what caused the seizure, but it seems as though it may have been caused by an unknown viral infection.
Well, what exactly are we dealing with here?
Well, we haven't got any samples of the virus or any bodies, and the incident in New York City wasn't the only victim of the pathogen.
Well, we've had about 3 reported cases of this virus. Of course, the one in New York, got one in Hong Kong, and there's one in San Francisco. All fatal, all died from seizures.
So how many people could be affected by this?
Everyone in the United Kingdom, United States, and China, assuming if they are infected and they stay home for the holiday season.
If this thing really is as infectious, as dangerous as we think it is, then we're going to have to close schools, hospitals, pretty much anywhere where a lot of people can meet up.
And how infectious would this thing be?
Well, it depends on a lot of factors. How many people in an infected populace are certain diseases likely to infect? Now, for seasonal flu, it's about 1. For chicken pox, it's about 10. Now, in an unvaccinated population, measles infects anywhere between 12 and 18. And before smallpox was completely eradicated from the environment, it spread at a rate of around 3. Now, we call this number the R naught.
What is this?
Well, it's basically a key to determining how infectious a disease is. It's based on a lot of different factors: how much the virus reproduces, what kind of symptoms it shows is, whether or not a person is contagious. Maybe people can be contagious and not show any symptoms at all.
What we need you people to do is work as fast as you can and get some treatment under control so we don't have a mass panic. And figure out this R0 so we know whether to close down the airports or not.
Okay, so we have graphed and organized the DNA sequences in the virus and modeled how it enters the human cells. We have found that the virus has rat DNA in it, as well as DNA from the bacteria Listeria pestis, or bubonic plague. Now, this actually makes sense, since the first reported case of the virus, the victim had come from a plague-infected area of Los Angeles just 4 days earlier. On the bottom right, the dark green is the plague, and the light green is the rat. You can actually see the point where the DNA of both diseases was exchanged. As you can see here, it goes from rat, 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 rat plague, rat, rat, rat. All right. Here is a model of the virus and how it attaches to the human cell. The blue is the virus, the gold is the human cell, and the red is the virus attachment proteins, and the green is the cell membrane receptors. Now, the virus receptors, as you can see, attach to cells that are in the respiratory system, the sinuses, red blood cells, and the central neurons in the brain. It slips right in there like a key in a lock.
So at the moment, the R0 of this virus appears to be 4. We have no treatment, no antivirals, no vaccine.
That is correct.
We need every doctor we have working on this. We'll inform the White House while your team works on growing this thing, so we can start working on the vaccine.
The Department of Homeland Security has now closed schools in 6 states as the deadly MEV-81 virus continues to spread. The CDC has now issued guidelines on how to avoid contact with the virus. Beginning symptoms include coughing, sneezing, a runny nose, and a fever. The World Health Organization has also issued guidelines for the countries who've been affected by the deadly virus.
So what's the diagnosis, Doc? Am I infected?
Well, yes, but you should be fine because you're actually immune.
What?
Yes, for whatever reason, your immune system has evolved in a way to combat the virus.
Oh, that's great. Can you guys, do anything with this, or am I,
Well, we can study your blood sample and possibly create a serum with it.
Wow, that's amazing. Can I donate blood today, or?
Well, not right now because we have others waiting in line, but you can make an appointment this week if you like.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Doctor.
Next.
Breaking news! HWO scientists in Germany have successfully grown the MEV-81 virus. While this is a significant step, CDC officials say that this is just the first step in creating a vaccine. In other news, President Trump has made headlines once again for sending over $2 billion in funding to the CDC to help create a vaccine against the virus. However, many news organizations like Fox and CNN are against this decision, arguing the money should instead be focused on those who are already sick instead of the cure.
Only be able to give out 50 doses today. That's our forsythia. I love it. That's... Hey, excuse me, there's a line here. Excuse me.
Breaking news! The CDC and WHO are begun to work together to try and find a vaccine for the MEV-81 virus. Meanwhile, the president has issued a nationwide quarantine to contain the virus and has been taken underground. The CDC has announced they will be testing inactivated vaccines on monkeys this week and hope to find a vaccine within the next 2 weeks. In infected areas, mass riots and looting has occurred in San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver, New York City, Chicago, Seattle, Dallas, and Miami. With over 15 million infected worldwide and over 15 million dead, scientists are beginning to question the future of humanity.
Horrors are better
Dr. Jones? It's mutated. The virus has reached Central Africa. It seems to have gathered DNA samples from the AIDS virus. Its R0 has changed.
What? Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. Look at the spike in infectivity. It's mutated. It's more infectious now. So we've been testing inactivated vaccines on monkeys, and we've been adding different antibodies to boost an immune response.
And?
No protective antibodies. The virus still kills the host. A lot of dead monkeys.
We need to start working on an attenuated vaccine. The only problem is the weakened strain, once inside the host, might revert back to its normal deadly ways.
We have to try. Otherwise, this virus will send humans back to the Stone Age.
Breaking news! The CDC and WHO have announced that the inactivated vaccine has proven to be a failure and will now begin trials to make an attenuated vaccine. For those unfamiliar, an attenuated vaccine is when you breed a weakened form of the virus rather than killing it. That way, it simply annoys the immune system and doesn't harm it. Despite this, many countries around the world have completely closed their borders and will only allow special planes and ships carrying supplies in. Some poor nations are nearing civil unrest as the virus takes its toll on the world's economy. More shocking news from the CDC has revealed that the R0 of the virus has changed from 4 to 8, with over 150 million infected and over 52 million dead worldwide. Scientists are still unsure of what lies ahead.
This is a message from the United States government. The CDC has announced that it has finished with a vaccine for the virus. Most trials on monkeys have proven to be a success, and this first major human trials are beginning today. They say that by the end of the week, the vaccine will be available for the public. The currently infected populace is estimated to be over 2.2 billion and around 700 million dead worldwide. For those left, be aware that hope is coming. This just in. The CDC has announced that it has successfully created an attenuated vaccine for the MEV-81 virus and will be distributing the vaccine to hospitals across the country.
Dr. Elizabeth Cozine, a Mayo Clinic family physician, says the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has a standard immunization schedule for school-age children.
They have to get the shot. The vaccinations are so important.
The immunizations are no different. If we have opportunities to protect our children against serious illness.
And happening now, San Diegans are lining up to get vaccinated.
It's a continuation of the ongoing effort to stem this virus since the county declared a public health emergency at the beginning of the month.
It has been over 2 years since the outbreak of the MEV-81 virus, the largest pandemic the world has ever seen. Today, the WHO has announced the MEV-81 virus has been completely eradicated from human populations. It may take years to cover, but in the end, humanity will prevail.